Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Three big stories to talk about. We've got Mykhailo Mudryk. Chelsea looking to sue Mykhailo Mudryk. So many of you guys went after me in the last video saying, Miz, have some compassion, have some, sympathy towards Mykhailo Mudryk. Well, ask that to Chelsea Football Club who are looking to or planning to sue Mykhailo Mudryk. We've got news in regards to our next striker. As I said, many months ago said that, you know what, don't be surprised if we go after Strasbourg striker, he eventually becomes Chelsea striker, and that is what is in the cards, Emegha. And you know what, I don't really mind this because Emegha is actually showing some quality for Strasbourg, and we're going to be following Strasbourg, especially in the European scenes in the Conference League. And looks like Emegha, his ambitions are pretty big. He wants to push Strasbourg to get maybe Europa League or Champions League position this season. And of course, from next season onwards, he's going to be a Chelsea player. It's a here we go. But we got this news a while back. I don't know why we're getting the here we go again. Maybe we never got the here we go and finally we're getting it. But I always knew that he was coming to Chelsea Football Club. So we're going to talk about that. And last but not least, yes, Cole Palmer is back, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully he starts against Brentford. We need this baller back. Absolutely need. With so many question marks moving into this fixture, because a lot of the South American players, they came quite late because of the distance from South America, because of when the matches finished over there for international matches. So obviously, all of that taken into consideration, is this game a bit too early against Brentford? We need Cole Palmer. I'm hoping he starts, but we shall see. So that's a great news that he's already training, and apparently he has trained yesterday as well, not just today, but yesterday too. But we're going to kick things off from Mykhailo Mudryk. Ladies and gentlemen, this for Mudryk is starting to look very bleak. I'm going to be absolutely honest. I think this player, his career for sure at Chelsea is finito. What happens elsewhere, we shall see. It's a sad situation. I've always said it. It's a sad situation, but you got to be a lot more smarter as an individual. I get it. He's young. He's made a naive decision. He has made a foolish decision, but it's now going to cost him. I don't know how long in terms of his career, but it definitely will cost him someone. Now, let's kick things off. This account on X, Scout in Eurasia, has been covering all of this, and looks like he's got a lot of news in regards to players from that region. He's got news for Dastan Satpayev. This account seems to be breaking all of those news first up, and seems to be breaking for Mudryk as well. Chelsea plans to sue Mudryk over record transfer compensation. Oh my God. Chelsea plans to sue Mykhailo Mudryk. Chelsea and Shakhtar Donetsk are reportedly preparing legal action against the Ukrainian Association of Football because they were definitely culpable. It happened during the international break, and it seems like Andrei Shevchenko was one of the individuals involved in offering the substance, the illegal substance, to Mykhailo Mudryk to recover from the discomfort that he was having during that period. Look, they're saying that they weren't aware that they had that substance had some illegal ingredients in it. They thought that it is a standard procedure, but it wasn't. It really wasn't. Chelsea and Shakhtar Donetsk are reportedly preparing legal actions against the Ukrainian Association of Football, UAF, in connection with a doping case involving Chelsea midfielder, Chelsea winger, really, not really a midfielder, Mykhailo Mudryk. This was reported by journalist Igor Burbas. According to the report, Chelsea conducted an internal investigation. And of course, this is not too far-fetched. Of course, Chelsea would conduct an internal investigation. And this is probably why it's been quiet for the last, almost 12 months, and concluded that the player may have been used banned substance while on international duty with the Ukrainian national team. The London club plans to file lawsuits both against Mudryk, seeking compensation for the record-breaking transfer, and against the UAF, which, according to Chelsea's management, may have been the source of the prohibited substance. It's finito. It really is finito, man. It's finished, man. Now I fully understand why we haven't heard so much about this information for quite a long time. If you guys remember, since last December, before the Everton game, this news broke, and then since then we've been waiting for the B sample test. Look, the B sample test, someone knows the result already. All right, we may not know it, but someone definitely knows it. Definitely Chelsea know about it, and then Chelsea conducted internal investigation, and they found out that, look, you know what? Mykhailo Mudryk is definitely taken this banned substance, and it happened during the international break. And now we need compensation. We need compensation because we never asked this player to take this substance. Why are you taking it? And yes, okay, maybe you got peer pressured into taking it, but ultimately you're gonna have to cop the fine, cop the penalty, and the Ukrainian football association, you're gonna have to also pay for compensation here because you've advised the player to do this when the player is a Chelsea player. Why are you advising to take stuff without consulting with Chelsea? Mudryk's former club, Shakhtar Donetsk, is also closely monitoring the situation. You know why Shakhtar, there was, we're going to go into it, but Shakhtar was in line to get some bonuses. Whether they would have got it down the track or not, that's a separate story. But they're saying that Ukrainian, Football Association, you've stuffed us up. You've stuffed us up. You've stuffed us up from getting this potential 30 million down the track. Is also closely monitoring the situation and considering filing a lawsuit against the UAF over 30 million euros in potential lost earnings. Potential lost earnings, if you guys understand. This sum could have been received as bonuses under the terms of Mudryk's transfer contract had he played for Chelsea during the current season. The London club won both the UEFA Conference League and the FIFA Club World Cup this year. So maybe Mudryk, it would have triggered some parts of the contract for Shakhtar Donetsk to get these, bonuses. Whether Mudryk would have been a prominent member or not, that's a separate story. But he would have been part of the squad for the Conference League final and for the Club World Cup, and he would have got a medal that might have triggered off some bonuses, winning trophies, which would have triggered performance-based bonuses. There you go, man. No wonder Shakhtar is on Ukrainian Football Association's case. It is reported that Mudryk's team has reached out to lawyers who specialize in doping cases. These legal experts have previously worked on reducing the suspension periods of players like Paul Pogba and Dario Serna. Look, I mean, even if you can reduce the sentences, there's always going to be a black mark, his reputation tarnished. But I hope, look, Chelsea, the career is over. I think from Chelsea's standpoint, for us, and I hope this is what people start understanding. All of these comments from the previous, video that I did in regards to this story. Oh, bring Mudryk back. We need him. This, that. Look, his career at Chelsea is over. Whether he can find a career elsewhere, let's hope and pray that he can. He's a young player. And I'm sure he'll learn from it. I'm sure he'll learn that not to make this mistake. Everyone deserves a second chance. I know all the mistakes I've made in life. I know you guys have made in life. And how would it have been if we never got a second chance? So Mudryk definitely deserves a second chance. But the problem is, I think at Chelsea Football Club, that ain't happening. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the latest. Chelsea are looking to sue Mykhailo Mudryk and the Ukrainian Association of Football. And I feel like it's rightly so. It's rightly so because we need to be compensated for the shenanigans that's taken place. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section about that. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Emegha, here we go. It's coming from Fabrizio Tomato Face. Exclusive. Chelsea will sign Emmanuel Emegha in 2026. Pre-agreement done. Here we go. CFC anticipate Champions League and Premier League clubs keen on Emegha as he wanted to stay at Strasbourg, lead them in Europe, and then join Chelsea on a 7-year contract from 2026. Look, I've seen some of the recent clips of Emegha, and he looks a decent enough player. I can't even lie. Look, when you think about, we've already got João Pedro, we've got Liam Delap, who's, of course, going to come back from injury, and those are the players to build with. Emegha as a third option that you guys have all been crying out for. Third option, we need a third option. Well, here we go. We're going to get a third option. I think next season we'll definitely get a third option with Emegha, where João Pedro probably will play sometimes as a striker, sometimes as a number 10, sometimes wherever. He might even play in tandem, play two strikers. Do you know what I mean? Two striker policy. So Emegha, from the bits and pieces in recent times I've seen for Strasbourg, looks a decent player. He really does. For someone who's a potential, I don't mind. He's got a bit of experience, played a couple of seasons, I believe. Well, this will be, I think, the second season for Strasbourg. Now he's going to feature in the Conference League as well. He's the captain of Strasbourg, I believe, as well. So, this is the kind of experience that I like, and I don't mind. I don't mind him coming to Chelsea, and Chelsea with this, multi-club model. It's paying dividends now. It really is, because we don't have to go out there and find ready-made players on a regular basis and pay excessive amounts of money. We can have our current squad is good with João Pedro. We've got a really good player. We've done fantastic to get him from Brighton. And, if we make these sort of nifty purchases here and there, I love it. Quality players. And then you bring in players like Emegha, players like whoever else, right? That we've got so many talents. And then you build all of these players together. And hopefully the current mob that we have, who are once upon a time young, who have now started to become experienced members of the team, like your Enzo Fernandez's, your Moses Caicedo, your Cole Palmers. They're not considered as young potentials anymore. They are considered as proper experienced players. Some of them are turning into be veterans, even though their age is quite young. So this is the balance that I've been waiting for and I've wanted at Chelsea Football Club for a long, long time. And finally, we can appreciate players like Emegha. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got no qualms about this. Let me know your thoughts. I think this will be a fantastic challenge for Emegha. Looks like someone who's aerially very good as well. Technicality on the ball is also sound. I think he'll fit in nicely in the Premier League in terms of physicality, because Liga, if anything that you can expect from Liga, generally the French players that play in the French league kind of seamlessly fit in the Premier League, because the physicality is something that they're quite used to. So yeah, for me, this is a nice move, and cannot wait. I cannot wait for this to happen. Emegha, is he Dutch? I had no idea. Is that's the picture of Holland, right? Emmanuel Emegha. He's Dutch. I didn't know. I thought he would be French. But anyway, good stuff. Let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, in the comments below. Now, last but not least, very important. Kept the best news for the last, because for me, this is the blockbuster news. Breaking: Cole Palmer in training today. Enzo Maresca in the press conference did say, and look, I'll cover a lot more of the press conference, probably early morning. I'll drop another video. There's a lot of things that Enzo Maresca said, so we'll talk about that. Obviously, the watch along as well, God willing, will be there for the Brentford game. But so good to have Cole Palmer back. And Enzo Maresca was saying that he was not just back today, but he was back yesterday as well. So which is great news that he's now putting 2 sessions before the Brentford game. I would love him to start. This isn't a case where he's missed out on a lot of football. He only missed out on a couple of weeks. So hopefully he's capable of starting. The fact that he's participating in training makes me think that he should be able to start. Look, I won't be surprised if he comes off the bench, but if he's fit, if there's no issues in his growing area and he's ready to go, I would like him to start. And if João Pedro can play as well, that'd be great. As long as João Pedro and Cole Palmer play for me, I think we are in for a good treat against Brentford, and we should be getting that 3 points. Very, very important 3 points straight after the international break. There are other rival teams who have got some very interesting games this week and could potentially drop points. And we need to make sure that we continue the surge upwards and keep that pressure on, because I truly believe that we are title contenders this season. Whether we win it or not is a separate story, but we are title contenders. But the only way to do that is we got to keep winning and keep the pressure up on the top, because Liverpool got Burnley. You best believe Liverpool's probably going to win that. So we need to continue winning our games as well. And we want to go into the Bayern Munich game in the Champions League with some momentum for a win. And I feel like someone like Cole Palmer, with a little bit of break that he's had recently, albeit through injury, hopefully does him good, because he really does need to kick on in the Premier League. It's been a while since he's done well in the Premier League. Yes, he did well for the Conference League final. Yes, he did well for the Club World Cup tournament. But the Premier League is something that has been a little bit iffy for him this year, especially 2025. So I want him to kick things going over there. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts for Cole Palmer coming back. I know you guys would be very excited. I am excited, and I hope he starts. That is the latest that's going on. There are a whole heap of other news. We have to cover that in a separate video, maybe tomorrow morning UK time. We shall see. We'll drop that. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya. Bye.